Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry it took so long. I was kind of burnt out from a whole bunch of stuff going on. My mom went in the hospital with some heart issues, and she's good now. She's just got to take medicine, blood thinners for the rest of her life now, but no surgery needed. Um, what I'm going to talk about today is what happened with me and my dad, and like a lot of you guys, I didn't have a good relationship with my dad. I mean, it was off and on when I was a kid, and I don't know, he kind of just wanted to do his own thing when he got home from work, a lot of the time. And then when we did do stuff together, it usually ended up in me getting yelled at for something. And so the majority of my life, I just spent hanging out with friends, and he would just come home and be on his computer playing games or watching TV or going out fishing on his own, things like that. Um, so it all started back over a decade ago. Um, we were going through some hard times, my family, and so we ended up having to move in with my parents just for a little bit. And I don't know, he was the type that didn't want to be bothered with anything out of the norm. He liked his routine of not doing anything. So when we came in, and we had two little kids at the time, that kind of threw his whole world out of whack. And like me, he had depression, and his dad had depression, and seems like everybody in our families had depression. So he didn't handle it well. He played the good Christian person outside of the house, but it was completely different, outside of the church. So I had just started trucking, and so I was gone for, a week at a time, and so it'd just be my wife and the kids at home at their house. And yeah, things started out okay, but they didn't end up okay. It got to the point where legal stuff came up, and we ended up having to move out pretty quickly. And yeah, that was about the last time I ever talked to him, and it was, over a decade that I didn't talk to my parents at all. I just completely cut them out of my life. And the messed up thing with me, which what I talked to, my therapist about, is trying to figure out why I can just cut people out of my life and not have any feelings whatsoever about it. I don't get sad about it. As long as I've got my immediate family, and now my mom, I'm good. I don't need friends to feel complete. My wife's my best friend. She understands me. I understand her. So, I don't know. But, yeah, so it had been a long time since I had had any contact with them. And I saw one day on the internet, because I used to Facebook troll just to see what was being said. I didn't have any feelings. I don't know. I just wanted to make sure things weren't being said about us, because that would piss me off. And he had commented on a picture that my daughter was in on the internet, and he was telling all his people on the internet, friends, whatever, that the wrong girl, he was talking about the wrong girl in the picture, saying it was my daughter. And the girl wasn't even, like, good looking at all. I mean, I didn't care, but, it was like the worst looking girl in the picture. And my daughter's not a bad looking girl. She's a pretty girl. So I Facebook messaged him and said, hey, don't comment about my family anymore, especially when you're not even saying it's the right person. So then I get a message back from him saying, your mom and I still love you, or something like that. And then he blocked me. Who does that? Who says we still love you and then blocks you on all social media, everything? So I was like, well, fuck that, you know? So that led up to a couple years later when COVID hit. And, you know, I didn't think anything of it. And he wasn't a small guy, like I said in previous videos. You know, he was heavier set. I found out he had diabetes later on. So he had all those like comorbidity markers that were bad for people with COVID. And yeah, so then I get this message from a friend of ours that it was a family friend, but that he didn't like really pick sides or anything. He was kind of like a intermediary through or to me and my mom, just for this instance right here. So yeah, this is the voicemail that I got while I was at work. You know, I was probably 2 hours away from the town I grew up in and where I live. Well, I live a little further away, but yeah, anyhow, I wasn't close where I could get somewhere even if I wanted to. But yeah, this is the voicemail that I went back out to my truck and I listened to and heard.
Hey, I'm calling to let you know that they think they're taking your dad off of the support that he was receiving from the oxygen. They're going to move him to comfort care, and they think he only has a few hours left when that happens. So I just wanted to let you know that's what was going on, and it looks like it's near the end for him. So
now you guys are hearing these voicemails for the first time, and this is the first time that I'm listening to them again since I heard them for the first time. And it's been a couple years. You know, I saved them just in case, you know, because when I heard it, you know, I didn't have any feelings whatsoever towards it. I kept working. Didn't bother me. I didn't think anything of it. And, yeah, so, you know, most people would probably, like, try and get a hold of somebody. I didn't even call him back. I just listened to it, put my phone back in the truck, and went back to work. Like it was just another normal day. And I figured, you know, it's not that bad. He's going to get over it. And, you know, then just a few minutes later, when I go to leave the store I was at, I get a notification that I have another voicemail. And it was this one. Hey guys, if you want to find out what happens next, make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. Next week, you'll find out.